Hi, in this short video I'm gonna speak about multiple factors that make any country strong. So I will speak about the strength of the country. So why or what are the factors that make any country strong? In fact, there is lots of factors. First at all, I think the most factor is economy. So if the economy of the country is prosperous, so of course as a result the country will be developed and it will be strong. So it is important to interrupt in developing the economy. For example, maybe open lots of factories or company or any organization, or help the businessmen to invest in the country, because the economy is related to developing the economy is related to the development of industry in the country. For example, oil and gas industry, nuclear industry, and so on. So the economy for the most part plays an important role in developing the country. The second factor is army force. So of course, if the army of the country is strong, because of that the country will be strong. So if you have a good economy, a strong economy, but you don't have a strong army, as a result the country will in fact the country isn't strong. You can't say that your country is developed. I think your country is still developing until that you have a good force, a strong army. So it is of course it is important to always aim to make your army's troops are very strong, because they will protect your country when your enemy or your foe attack the country or attacked you. So if you have a good economy and a strong army troops, and the army industry is developed in the country, so the economy, the enemy of the country will be afraid of thinking of attack it. Okay, so that's the second factor. The third factor, I think, the population, of course, the population of the country, because because when the population of the country are more or are much more, or are many, there is lots of population, so of course there is lots of vacancy, and there is lots of workplaces, and there is lots of trades amongst the people of the country. So it is an important, of course, an important factor of making the country strong. The fourth factor is the science. So it is a significant factor to support the scientists, because when the country or when the government especially support the scientists, so they will work very hard, and there will be a good research, and they will open lots of or they will discover, and they will invent a new technology that will interrupt of making the country strong in various fields. For example, in oil and gas industry, or in astronomy fields, or any field, it is an important to support a scientist. The fifth factor is education. Of course, it is a significant factor, because when you open lots of universities, lots of schools in the country, lots of college and so on, the people of the country will be educated. That means of course a good advantage, a big advantage for the country, and that will make your country very strong. On the contrary, if the population of the country aren't educated, for instance in our country, especially in Yemen or in Africa or any country where the population of the country aren't educated, so there will be lots of war. It will be easy for enemy to make the war among the population. So it is a significant factor to make, or to do your best to make the people of the country are educated. And the last factor is the location of the country. Of course, the location of the country plays the important role in developing of the country. Plays an important role in development of the country. Because if the country if the country has all factors I said before, so its economy is strong, its army of course strong, population, there is lots of population, and the government supports scientists, and the education in the country is good, but it located in the center of poor countries, for example, or it share the borders of share the borders with the countries where lots of war permanently. So it is, of course, it has a bad influence on the country and on the prosperous of the country, on the future of the country, of course. So and on the contrary, for example, if the country lies on the for example on the Gulf, or on the ocean, or on the sea, or it has or on the trade path, trade road, so it is a good location that will have a big influence on strength of the country. So the conclusion is there is lots of reasons that make country strong. There are reasons that we can change, or we can interrupt to change or to fix them in order to make the country strong. For example, economy and army forces, science or science support of the scientists, education, and so on. And on the other hand, there is some reason that we can't do any change to fix them. For example, the location of the country and the numbers of the population. So I think if the country have lots or all reasons to make it strong, it is and it is a gift from God. Okay, so the last but not the least, I will give some examples of the country that are very strong and has all the factors that I said before. Maybe you say that I can say, for example, Japan, for instance. Japan, of course, is a good country, and has, maybe I think, okay, Japan and China, of course, China and India. These countries, or those countries, have I think all the factors that I said before. So sooner or later, these countries will be very strong. Okay, bye.